Welcome to the Afterspin. Opinions from thought leaders in our state. Rufus Edmiston, in a post-election interview, Governor Pat McCrory acknowledged there was room for improvement in his relations with the legislature, especially the Senate. What impact is the November elections going to have on those relations? He's been particularly concerned about the separation of powers between the two branches. Are we going to hear more about that?
I think you'll hear a lot about it, Tom, because it is a known fact that almost sometimes the Senate pretends he's not there, and that's not a nice thing to be a governor and nobody think you exist. Separation of powers in North Carolina, as Justice Orr has often pointed out, is very distinct. It's not mentioned in the U.S. Constitution, but it says in our Constitution that the powers shall remain separate and apart forever. That's not equivocal. Well, I have a feeling that although we've always had a very strong legislature, relating to
and a
royal days,
governor.
And a relatively weak governor, veto power, the last in the nation, the last to be able to succeed yourself. We still have limitations on legislative power, and they're now stacking boards and commissions. Sometimes 2/3 of the membership goes to the legislature. Well, they're going to be beholden to the entity that appointed them, and we're getting many executive decisions made by legislators. I gave a ruling one time when I was Attorney General, and I thought I was going to be ridden out of town on a rail by Billy Watkins. But the court upheld me, and it was over the Advisory Budget Commission. I said, you cannot, that's a gubernatorial function. And they stacked it with legislators, and the court agreed with me.
So do you think a governor would sue
well, sometimes you have to, and I think Governor McCrory has indicated he might. If he wants to be perceived as a strong governor, he's going to have to one time go somewhere and seek a clarification of who has what powers, and are you invading somebody else's turf? Because that's what the whole thing was about in the Constitution. Keep them separate and apart. That's what Watergate was all about. It got out of kilter. It took Sam Ervin and Special Leon Jaworski and Judge Sirica and others to put it back in order, and that might have to happen in North Carolina.
Wow. Well, thank you for watching the Afterspin. More video all during the week on ncspin.com.